Okay, welcome to the channel. This is a screenshot of a trade that I executed this afternoon, and it's like a 100-point trade. I was trailing it down, and I roughly got about 100 points. But I just wanted to go over why I took the trade. But this is the screenshot right here. As you can see, it happened on 2026 311 at 138 and 50 seconds. That's the screenshot that I took, and I was trailing it down. Now, when I got in the trade, we had some large, not too large, but we had a large buyer there and a large buyer there. And as you can see right here on the chart, as you can see, that buyer's right there. We had this buyer right here, and then we had this buyer right there for 27 contracts. Then we had 28 contracts, that buyer right there. It wasn't a whole lot of participation this afternoon. The reason I got in is because we were losing this area right here around these contracts. You had roughly about 60 contracts there to the buy side, and we ran up, found value to the upside, and then we just kind of bounced around. And then the order flow bar moving average started sloping down. And then we had this candle right here, kind of like a shooting star. And I was thinking, okay, if we break this, those buyers are going to be taking heat. Now, if this buyer right here takes too much heat, then we might be able to capitulate down into this area. And that is what happened, because if you look at this, these dots right here, that is persistent buying and selling. The green dots is persistent buying. The blue violet is persistent selling. So as we were moving down and I saw this right here, I was like, you know what? We've already lost these buyers here. They're taking heat. If this one takes heat, could be the same market maker, institution, trader, who knows? But I was thinking, okay, let's throw it on a trade and let's see what we get, because this persistent buying, they got absorbed and nothing happened with them, and we started going down. So then what happened was, once we got this big, huge candle right here, I put my stop. Once we closed right here, I put my stop right up here, because this is persistent selling. So I use the persistent selling when I'm shorting. I use that as support. And we have persistent buying right here. And I was thinking, okay, I'm going to get stopped out, but we didn't. We started closing down even more. So then once we really slammed down, this happened pretty quickly. I put my stop right here. Once we got down into here, we saw that persistent buying, we kept moving. I just put my stop right here. I was thinking, okay, if we break this, we're going to move back up. And then I just kept trailing my stop down. Now, I didn't get a screenshot of my last trail, but it was around 100 points. It was right around in this area right here that I got stopped out, was right here. So that's why I took the trade, because the moving averages, we were sloping downwards, and also we really sloped down on this one. But once we got this candle, we started rolling over on the order flow bar moving average. We were this buyer right here, about 60 contracts, they were taking heat. And I was thinking, okay, if this buyer takes heat, they might just go ahead and just sell, and then just go ahead and dump it. And that's what happened. And then you had some persistent selling step in. And I tried to look for some news, and I really couldn't find any news on financial juice. But I just wanted to go over a trade and why I took it. Another thing you need to look at, when you look at this bar right here is the current bar. We were at negative 51 delta. This bar right here, we were at negative 129 delta. But this bar right here, the third one, we were at negative 300. That bar right there, we were at positive 15. So it was actually the negative delta right there was really huge. And once we had a delta surge, that's when I executed the trade. And I was like, okay, the delta's picking up, and we're going negative. It's picking up, and that buyer right there could get caught, and we'll go ahead and sell off. And that's exactly what we did. So I just wanted to go over over 100-point trade that I executed today. You're not always going to get these home runs, but when they happen, it's fantastic when they happen. Most of the time, I'll get 10, 15, 20 points, and I'll be happy. You take your base hits and you move on. Every now and then, you'll get these large moves, and when you do, you need to trail them down. Now, if there was some stacked imbalances in there and not the persistent buying and selling, then I would have put my stop right at the right at the stacked selling. So I just wanted to go over a trade that I executed today. That's all I have. Thank you very much. Bye.